To anyone that holds women to a certain standard physically, we get older. Our face changes, our skin changes, our body changes, our hormones change. Things that we have no control over, things that any amount of exercise or diet wouldn't change, or even cosmetic procedures.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look like you had something done yourself. I knew that was coming. Look, when their looks start to fade, she's gonna take all their misery out on whatever man is closest by. Her brother, her father, her son. Just don't let it be you, fellas.
I'm never gonna look the same way that I did 10 years ago or 5 years ago because I'm getting older. Not only do I have to deal with it within myself, but I have to deal with society. I have to deal with the men and their thoughts that I'm letting myself go.
Males get very upset when I reminded them that they are born at the wall and women are always desired at any age. So they come back with their BS. Oh, well, we don't desire you for more than sex. Let me remind you of who you are. Right now as we speak, there are men buying toenail clippings, armpit shavings.
Okay, we're not gonna act like that's the average guy, because it's not. Nice try.
Nice try.
There's always gonna be those anomalies of weirdo guys. Yeah, women can always be desired by somebody, but not the guys that they respect and want. Women don't care about a bunch of short, ugly, so-called losers being in their inbox, desiring them. They don't even count that. But they try to count it when they're making a stupid point.
How convenient is that? Wow, how convenient is fucking that?
The type of chads you want will not want you after 30 usually. Not for more than a night. You won't even be able to get a 2-month fling with Chad after 30. A night at best. And it'll keep getting worse as you age.
Have you ever heard the phrase, hitting the wall? It's one of those harsh realities many don't like to face. But it's something that could change the course of a woman's life forever. What happens when a woman reaches a point in life, maybe a career peak, maybe a failed relationship, where things just stop working? The excitement fades, and reality hits hard. Today we're diving deep into why some women, after years of success, relationships, and expectations, find themselves at a crossroads, divorced and emotionally drained. But it's not just about the divorce. It's about the realization that they've hit the wall. They've reached a point of no return. Stay with me till the end, because the answer you're about to hear might change the way you see relationships forever. The illusion of everlasting youth. In her early years, everything seems like it's going to last forever. Youth, beauty, and energy are on her side. The world is full of potential, and every decision feels like the right one. Relationships come easily, careers soar, and the future is full of promise. But here's the catch. Nothing lasts forever, especially youth. Yeah, remember those jeans you used to fit into? We've all been there. As time passes, reality sets in. The very things that once defined her, her looks, her freedom, her social life, begin to fade. And when this happens, many women feel a sudden sense of loss. This is the moment when they hit the wall. It's not just physical, it's emotional, psychological. They start realizing that their youthful years of ease and abundance are behind them. The harsh wake-up call of a failed marriage. Here's where it gets even more difficult. Many women, once they hit this wall, are also forced to reckon with the collapse of their marriages. It's a painful and sobering realization. After years of trying to hold everything together, children, work, love, they find themselves at the end of their marriage. Because, let's face it, balancing it all can sometimes feel like juggling flaming swords while riding a unicycle, right? The divorce isn't just about two people parting ways. It's the breaking of an illusion. For many women, the idea that love could somehow endure the trials of life was something they took for granted. The truth is, the challenges of marriage, emotional exhaustion, unspoken resentment, unmet expectations, can push people away. And when the marriage dissolves, so does the idealized version of herself she once held onto. She's forced to face her fears. She's older, alone, and uncertain of what comes next. Cliffhanger. The fear of becoming invisible. Now let's pause here for a second. What happens when a woman hits the wall and realizes that the attention she once commanded, the validation she took for granted, is now slipping away? It's not just the physical changes, it's the emotional toll, the fear of becoming irrelevant. What happens next might surprise you. Keep watching. The desperation to rekindle. What was lost? Once she's on the other side of the divorce, she starts seeking new relationships. But this time, the spark isn't there. She's no longer the carefree woman she once was. She's carrying baggage, emotional wounds from her marriage, the realization that time is running out, and the anxiety of being alone. Ever had that moment where you reread your text 10 times, trying to figure out if hey is too casual? Yeah, dating's fun like that. But the truth is, after hitting the wall, dating becomes more about desperation than connection. It's about recapturing youth, vitality, and the feelings she once had when things were easy. But no matter how many new dates she goes on, there's always that nagging feeling in the back of her mind. Can I truly recreate what I once had? Cliffhanger. The deep, internal struggle. And this brings us to the hardest truth of all. What if, after all the effort, after the new relationships, after everything, she still feels like something is missing? What if the problem wasn't just the marriage? What if it's something much deeper? The answer is hidden in plain sight, and it might be the most shocking revelation of all. Stick around. This is where the real insight lies. The true path to peace and healing. After hitting the wall and feeling the weight of life's challenges, the woman may finally come to understand the one thing she missed all along. True peace doesn't come from reliving the past or desperately chasing what's been lost. It comes from within. It comes from self-acceptance, emotional healing, and embracing the wisdom gained through hardship. Sometimes the best moments happen when you finally stop stressing about everything and just enjoy the little things, like a cup of coffee and peace. The true answer lies in self-awareness and self-love. The wall isn't the end of the road. It's the beginning of a new journey.
So you're almost 40, yes. And you've never been married, no. And you don't have kids, no. And you don't want to have kids, no. What have you done with your life? Well...
And that wraps up today's episode of Manosphere Daily. If you enjoyed the content, give it a like. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified as soon as a new video is out. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.